Before this video begins, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Also, be sure to check out my affiliate links down below so you can get discounts on car mods and products. Alright, let's get into the review. Hello and welcome. Today we are reviewing a 2021 Ram 1500 TRX. This has a 5-foot 7-inch bed with a black and red leather interior. I would like to thank Flood Ford in East Greenwich, Rhode Island for allowing me to both review and test drive this truck. That video will be out soon on the channel, so make sure that you don't miss it. Alright, so this has about 1,130 miles and stickers about $95,000. This is a 2-row truck, seating 5 people in total. This comes in at about a 7,800 pound gross weight. This is powered by a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 Hellcat engine, making 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. This achieves 0 to 60 in usually under 4 seconds, with good conditions. This is mated with an 8-speed shiftable auto transmission, and it is a 4-wheel drive model, achieving 10 miles per gallon city, 14 on the highway, and 12 combined. This is also within a 33-gallon fuel tank. For the wheels, you get some beautiful 18-inch gloss black alloy wheels. Those are aluminum, and those ride on some 325 tires. Additionally, you do get bead locks to prevent wheels and tires from separating if you were to deflate them for going off-road. And it also comes with an aluminum full-size spare tire. This comes with a tow hitch with a payload of 1,310 pounds and 8,100 pound towing capacity. It also does come with trailer sway control. For safety features in here, you do get blind spot monitoring in those very large mirrors. Those are more like tow mirrors, which is good because you need it with a big blind spot mirror for this truck. You also get forward collision alert with avoidance and roll stability control. On the exterior, this is basically a Ram 1500 that they lifted and widened, so it is an absolute off-road beast. In addition to being a ridiculous Hellcat pickup truck, which should not exist, but I love it. This is 232.9 inches long, 82.1 inches wide with the mirrors, and it is 80.9 inches tall. This has 11.8 inches of ground clearance without the side steps, but it does come with about 8-inch ground clearance with them. For the suspension, you get front independent, multi-link in the rear, and a locking rear diff. You also get a 3.55 rear axle ratio. Down below, you get some Bilstein shocks, and those are just great. They're made specifically for the TRX. They look awesome. You also get 5 skid plates down below, so this is really a tank to take off-road. You also get a large panoramic sunroof in here, so that looks great. In the front and the rear, you get full LED headlights and a gigantic Ram badge in the front grille. You also do get some functional hood scoops, and also lots of functional vents all around the Ram. For your mirrors, those are also power folding, which is very nice. You get dual stainless steel exhaust, and those are just absolute, heaven to your ears. This is just blessing its listeners anytime you start this truck up. This is a beautifully sounding performance exhaust from Ram, stock, and it just sounds godly. And you also get a graphic of TRX on the rear side panel. Also, another funny thing about inside the engine, there's actually, I saw this on Doug DeMuro's channel on a review of this, there is actually a T-Rex eating a Velociraptor and destroying it. There's a little graphic of that inside on a plastic panel in the Hellcat engine. So, yeah, Ram had a good time making this, knowing that the TRX was an absolute beast next to the Ford Raptor. However, at the time of this video, the Raptor R did just release, so that may give it a slight run for its money. Alright, and let's have a step outside. Alright, so in the front of this TRX, this thing sounds beastly. Even from the front, you can already hear the great exhaust. So it's really aggressive. It has some very hard angles, a lot of black plastic and metal, which look really good. So you do get some tow hooks down in the front, some LED fog lights, and then up here you get your running lights, so those run above and below, like in most new Rams. I think it looks awesome here though. They made it really beefed up and really strong looking. Here you have two hood scoops and also a big center one in the front, so that is awesome, with 3 amber lights up there. On the side, here are those gigantic tires and wheels. I think it's about 35-inch tires on this. Look at the tread, that is ridiculous. I love it. Here's a functional side vent, goes all the way to the rear also, which is nice. Here are your tow mirrors, does have an indicator. Here are your side steps. These aren't so much actually like fold-away power side steps. They're actually to guard the truck if you're off-roading, because they're made of solid metal. So that's really cool. This is pretty much a crew cab model, so that's awesome. Here are the Bilstein shocks, and hopefully if you can still hear me over this exhaust, the TRX badge. This does come with the cover also. And then in the rear, I'm gonna stand far away so you can hopefully hear me a little bit better with that engine idle. But yeah, those sound amazing. That dual exhaust, very, very good. You get small TRX badge back there, giant Ram badge, and some functional vents on the rear. And then additionally, just the side profile of this, it's massive. It's a lifted Ram, it's widened, and this thing is just ridiculous on the road. It should not exist in how fast and powerful this is, but I will never, ever be one to complain. I love this thing. And in this red, I think it looks really, really good. And let's have a look inside. Alright, so on the door panel here, you get a big mix of materials actually. You get a lot of red contrast stitching, which is nice. You have a Harman Kardon audio system throughout here with some pretty nice looking covers, so that's cool. You have memory seating for the driver's seat. And then also, in here you do get one-touch windows for, is it all 4? Okay, it's only for the front too, but that's okay. You get some carbon fiber in here, which is nice. Some perforated leather, and some nice, it looks like rubbed chrome, I guess you could call it. And also a nice mix of suede and Alcantara material. And you get a nice side door sill saying Ram. Here's your driver's seat. It is a power seat, 4-way lumbar. Rather simple adjustments, but that is okay. And it does have TRX stamped right into it here. It has pretty good bolstering, some nice piping, perforated leather, and it also is heated and cooled. Over here to the left, you do get some light controls. You also get adjustable pedal positions, which is nice, and an electronic parking brake. And closing up the Ram, the first thing you see is this massive steering wheel. This thing looks just so ridiculous. I love it. It's a flat bottom steering wheel. It has carbon fiber, it has suede with red stitching, and some leather, and some of the biggest shift paddles I have ever seen. So up here and down here you can also use them. It's a very simple layout, which I actually appreciate, because certain driver's wheels are just a pain to deal with. They just have too many controls, and they're really not standardized in their layout, but I like this. Up here on the dash, you do get a lot of soft touch materials and some suede, and you also get some more red stitching. Here in the center, you actually do get a center digital multimedia screen, but you also do get mostly analog gauges in here. It's kind of old school, but that's okay. And inside of there, you have access to all your drive modes, and inside of there, you get all the basic information that you would expect with a TRX badge up top. I've only been idling here for about 5 minutes, and I've used multiple gallons of gasoline, so that's pretty funny of how the gas goes here in this TRX life. Not bad though. Over here you get your red starter button, so that is awesome, like in a Challenger or a Charger or similar. Here you get TRX button, so you can push that, and you go into your drive modes. So we're in auto right now, we're just sitting here, but you can swap between those. You also do get a launch mode, which is just so stupid. We are in a mega pickup truck, full-size pickup truck. And, yep, you have a launch mode. Thank you, Ram. Very cool. I am not complaining. Here you get the gigantic, I think it's about a 12-inch digital multimedia screen matched with Uconnect. I like it in here. I generally think Uconnect is a very good system. Sync 3 is also very good from Ford, but yeah, I like this one as well. In here you get your media, of course, your seat controls. The front 2 seats are heated and ventilated. You get climate controls inside of here. You can also access part of them on hard buttons. You get a hard volume knob, hard scroll wheel, and overall I think it's a pretty good layout. Down here you get trailer sway control, a couple of blank buttons. You get aux buttons, auxiliary, so you can set that to different functions. You do get cruise control right there. Right here, traction off, you get parking sensors and more parking sensors. You have those front and rear. And you do get a traditional shifter in here. So if you pop it into reverse, you get a large camera system, and you have a lot of different views, which is awesome. Trailer and a lot of different things, as well as a 360 cam and moving tracking lines, so I like that very much. And way on top of there, you do get a little storage area with a 12-volt charger, as well as a lane departure warning off. So you can turn that on and off. Then over here, you get a giant carbon fiber piece. I'm not quite sure if it's real carbon fiber, but it could be. And if you push this button like so, that actually opens up into your upper glove box. You get 2 of those in here. And then down below, you get your more traditional one. Also pretty large, so I'm happy that they utilize that space effectively. In the center here, this is just my water bottle because it's 93 degrees today. Right here, you get a TRX, I guess you could call it an emblem. They come with every TRX and just all the stats of it and when it was made and where. And then inside of here, that's covered in suede, you get actually some measurements, which is really cool. So inside of here, they kept it. I don't know who would buy a TRX as a work truck, but I mean, you could do it. So they have, like in the more traditional Rams, like a Laramie 1500 I recently drove, it has all your measurements and mathematician stuff. And then here you get 2 cup holders, and you also do get sport in here on the shifter, so then you can use the paddles like so. And then behind here, you also do get a couple more cup holders. You got a giant panoramic sunroof, so that is really cool. And visibility in here is great because it's just a giant truck. You get a frameless mirror, which looks nice. And I think the fit and finish are pretty impressive in here. It's not all that cheap at all. It shouldn't be at this price, but a lot of people like to think Dodge is overly cheap on their interiors. I think it really holds up well. This is, of course, a top trim model, but yeah, I think it really looks nice. Even on the grab handles, they added a stitched leather piece for the grab handle, so I think that's awesome. All right, and let's check out the rear seating. All right, so in the rear back here, you do get some more AC vents, and you do get heated and ventilated seats also in the rear, which is awesome. You get a full household outlet here, and you get, of course, some cup holders. You do get a lot of utility storage back here, so a pouch in each with some smaller things for like screwdrivers or similar if you want to put those in there. Door panel is pretty similar, another nice Harman Kardon audio system cover, so that is cool. And then in the center here, you get a multi-part storage area. So you have a couple of closed areas, one open, some cup holders, and if you fold this back, you of course have a third seat. And you do have a window back here, so that is awesome. And you have speakers in the roof, so that's gotta be good for a good surround sound type of system. And yeah, tons and tons of room back here, tons of elbow room, endless leg and foot room. I'm 6 feet tall and I couldn't be more comfortable here. So yeah, really, really nice back here as well. And finally, let's check out the bed. All right, so if you can hear me over the idle, here is the lift gate, very nicely damped, very light. You do get a cover here, and then inside of here you do get your bed. It's a 5 feet 7 inch bed. And you got some LED lighting in here, lots of tie downs, and a nice spray-in composite bed liner. Very nice. All right, so for my final thoughts on the interior and review of this TRX, I think it is a really, really nice interior. It's a lot nicer than I was expecting it to be, honestly. Very nice fit and finish, great use of materials and variation, and very simple with lots of creature comforts that I wasn't expecting. Especially cooled rear seats is really cool. Alrighty, that'll just about wrap up this review of the Ram 1500 TRX, currently for sale at Flood Ford in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Thank you very much to them for allowing me to review this. And now I'm going to go drive this truck. So make sure to check those videos out, coming out soon on the channel. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care.